Hi, I'm Greg Milken, and I'm a health promotion specialist, and we are going to promote health in a new and better way. And I want to introduce you to the Diabetes Care Program, a program that provides free insulin, a program that is income-based program that is supported by doctors and pharmacists and the community. The Diabetes Care Program is a nonprofit organization that will provide free insulin to those with diabetes who cannot afford it. This is a tragedy that people cannot get their insulin, and it is now up to $100 a bottle. This program is an income contingent program that will provide diabetics with life-saving medicine. I have partnered with doctors and pharmacists and pharmaceutical companies who will support the program and who will help provide medications to diabetics that are in need. This program will also provide free blood glucose meters and free test strips for those who do not have them. These are medical devices needed by all diabetics, and they are life-saving devices. I have come up with the logic model: input, outcome, output, and outcomes. The Diabetes Care Program follows a logic model. This model will contain input, output, and outcomes that explain what goes into the program and what is specifically needed for the program's success, and what program's outcomes will be. Outcome is huge. We want to see how we're affecting the community and those in need. The Diabetes Care Program is a program that will provide insulin, blood glucose meters, and test strips for those with diabetes. The organization will require a remarkable amount of volunteers who are willing to disperse needed supplies to the public. Some of those volunteers will include doctors, pharmacists who prescribe and fulfill prescriptions for insulin and insulin blood glucose meters. The test strips are collected from donations from hospitals, pharmacies, and those who are overstocked. Fundraising events will be held that will raise the funds to keep the organization running. Overall, whether they are a complete volunteer or whether they are part of an organization that is allowed to do so, we are going to provide what is needed to people with diabetes. The output: insulin, blood glucose meters, diabetes education, connection to other community resources is what is needed. The Diabetes Care Program will provide the insulin and blood glucose meters and test strips to those with diabetes who cannot afford it. How can they survive if we cannot provide? And that is the goal of this whole goal that we have, to make sure that everyone is able to defend themselves against the devastation of diabetes and to survive. We know that blood glucose monitoring is number one. If we do not help people do that, then we will never, ever be able to prevent the complications of diabetes. People with diabetes really need to know where their blood sugar is 24/7. So as the latest technology comes forward, we need to provide that. Whether it costs them money or not, we need to provide it if they cannot afford it. This program will also provide diabetes education and create connections with other community resources, such as the American Diabetes Association and the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, which provide further diabetes education and financial help when needed. and also advocation to our Congress to support diabetes. Let's take a look at our outcomes. Needed insulin is going to be provided to the community. A lower death rate. We're going to help people live longer that have diabetes. The side effects of diabetes cost probably millions to billions. If we can prevent those in newer education and by providing what they need to keep themselves healthy through education, insulin, and blood testing, it's going to be amazing. Reduction in healthcare costs due to education. Well, that of course is very true. But foremost, we're also going to train people mentally or behaviorally because we have the knowledge, right? That's going to be a big one. If we don't change behavior, we'll never change anything. Behavior means testing, taking the newest and best technology to help diabetes prevention of disabilities. And what will we do to do that? We will provide, through the Diabetes Care Program, every option available to every person, no matter what. Recently, the federal government in the United States is allocated with their new health program to make sure that people with diabetes do not have to pay for certain things that normally they would have to pay for. Why is that? Because we know that drastic improvement of people not having to worry about money to take care of their health issue is going to save everyone in the long run. It's going to save the diabetic from having health problems. It's going to save the population from having to pay too much taxes. And it's going to make the government look very good as they are turning around a major epidemic. Worldwide, diabetes is taking over, and it is getting attention. So this Diabetes Care Program will provide much of the needed insulin to all the people with diabetes that can afford it, and as a result will lower the death rate of those with diabetes and lessen the side effects of diabetes and reduce the healthcare costs worldwide. Okay, I think we all should be looking forward to this program launch and this recipe for success. Once this program is launched, many people with diabetes will have access to life-saving drugs. It is important to note that the recipe for success is one that is followed to the letter. No steps can be skipped. This logic model must be followed to ensure the success of this program. As we work out the kinks, once the program launches, I am confident of this program that it will be successful and will ensure those with diabetes get all the medication that is needed, and that the educated best practice for dealing with this disease will be changed forever, because we will have a positive and motivating effect in the forward looking to the diabetes community. Our gains in better health will be encouraged through education. And I want to thank you for this time, because diabetes is a war. It is a war of a silent disease. It is the most impact on people in the world today. I believe even bigger than cancer, because diabetes is a silent killer. It doesn't get the drama. It doesn't get the impact of people wanting to get involved because it is a silent killer. People die from heart attack, stroke, non-impact amputation, blindness. I personally have been blind. I personally have been attacked by this war. And this is where I could be a soldier. I was not allowed in the army. And people should know that this is our war to stop kids from dying in their beds, from amputations happening to those out there that have never hit the streets of army or war. But this war is devastating. It is real, and we need to provide what we can to the diabetes care program. I want to thank you. This has been a really difficult subject for me because I've personally had diabetes for 44 years. I've personally been blind. I've personally seen my best friends die, and I've personally seen what it can do to a human being. Please launch this program and support it. Thank you.